Hey, welcome and thanks for tuning in. Right now we're watching Rick do a little classifying. He's got his reaper set up just beyond him right there, so he doesn't have to schlep his buckets too far. But because of the flow looks good, but it's just not enough to kick the rocks off the grizzlies, so he's classifying. Let me show you what I got going on, because I bought that used A52 from my friends at High Plains Prospecting. And then I bought myself a combo mat from Dream Mat. We're going to see how that works today. So I put one bucket through, and I already saw a couple little pieces of gold in the back side of this. I don't know if that's mini or micro. Oh, look at that. There's a piece of gold right there. So, quick and easy way to clamp this mat in. That's just a piece of, I don't know, carpet trim or whatever. So, we're going to see how well this works. And let me classify another bucket, and then we'll shovel some material in. See what y'all think. First time running this, so if I'm not doing it right, y'all can give me some pointers. Alright, let's see if I can do this with one hand. Keep the camera on scene here. I might try to set it up a little closer here. It's not waterproof, so I'm afraid I'm going to knock it into the water. Alright, hopefully that looks like it's going to be okay. So while you're watching this a little bit, I am not new to prospecting, but I am fairly new, well, I am new to sluicing. Because you all know, you've watched my channel by now, that I usually use a gold trap. Usually the bazooka is my instrument of choice. My first experience was with a sluice box was not very good. I purchased one off eBay, and it was a pretty good sized box, and I had it set up in a river, obviously, and it did have an indicator mat on it, and I kept seeing little bits of gold get stuck in the indicator mat and then go away. And when I did a clean out, I had less than a couple pieces of gold in it, so I just assumed the darn thing was losing gold, and it wasn't any good. Of course, it couldn't be operator trouble. You know what I'm saying? I'd seen people just drop them things in the river and go. Well, I got frustrated, no patience with it, and ended up selling it. So then one day I'm up on another brook, and Dave, who actually he's here today, so hopefully maybe if he has time he'll come panning with us. I think he's working right now on his land, but Dave had an A52, and we were walking along, and one of the guys was getting a little bit of gold out of the gravel, so Dave just dropped it in the river and started shoveling into it. Never even set it up. That thing caught more stinking gold. And I thought to myself, if I ever buy a sluice box, I'm getting the Keene A52. Obviously that thing doesn't require much TLC to set it up. So here we are. Like I said before, I saw this used on High Plains Prospectors, so I grabbed it. It's kind of funny because the indicator mat was all half torn up, and it really didn't look like it was in that great a shape. The box itself had a lot of rust on the riffles, but actually I didn't even care. I got indicator mat and all that crap at home, so, but doggone it, when I got the thing, they included a piece of mat with it, which I thought was pretty nice of them. Didn't say that in the ad for it, but they put it in extra anyway. That's why I like those guys. Go the extra mile. So anyway, I decided, I had seen Dream Mat several years ago. Never gave it much thought because, you know, I don't sluice, so why would I need it? And I'd seen some videos, good and bad, on it. You had your fanboys and then you had your haters. And it was only until I picked up the Gold Buddy that I thought to myself, you know, this stuff is actually pretty decent. I've had cleanup sluices before, poop chutes made out of the V-mat and different things, and nothing really ever caught the gold as good as I would have liked until I bought the Cleanup Buddy with that micro mat. That stuff works phenomenal, so I thought, you know, why not? I'm going to buy a piece of Dream Mat for the A52 and we're going to try it, and here we are. So I'm about 3/4 of the way through this bucket. I'm going to finish this bucket, classify one more. We're going to do a clean out. I put wing nuts on the bottom of that thing, so hopefully it'll be easy just to loosen those up and slide this Dream Mat out to do a cleanup. Otherwise I'm going to have to stand it up in this bucket and try to wash some water down through it. That might even be easier. I don't know. I might try that first. I really haven't seen, I don't think, too many videos on how to clean this stuff out, so I didn't do a whole lot of research before I dropped it in the water. I know there's tons of videos on this Dream Mat stuff, so probably ought to go watch a few. I'm seeing gold in some of those pockets. So the smaller mat's picking up some stuff. I don't see anything in the bigger cells, but those are deeper, so looks like there might be a little piece of lead there. Yeah, I'm seeing, oh, look at that. Look at that cell right there. That guy.
Yep. There's one right below too.
Yeah.
A couple more over in there.
Jeez. Yeah, so these, okay, we're doing all right. There's another piece there. All right, she's catching gold. One more bucket and we'll do a clean out.
There's more down there too.
This is pretty interesting stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if I should be trying to pick these flat rocks out of here.
There's 4 of them right here in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 in the very top.
Wow. Well, there's some dude online that says this thing don't catch flat pieces, but it's sure hanging on to the flat pieces of rock. Look at all these little round ones it's grabbing. Probably disrupting the cell if I keep doing that. All right, I'll keep my fingers out of it. It's working, it's working. That's what we want to see. Let me just start out by saying, if your goal is to bring home some concentrates like I like to do, this mat is not for you. Because look at how much there is. I mean, that's less than the bazooka, and that's about probably less than 1/4 of what I had in the A52 with the miner's moss and everything else. So if your goal is to have some concentrates at the end of the day, you're definitely not going to have them with this thing. That's pretty impressive. All right, let me get panning this thing out and we'll see what we have. Maybe I can do it. Can I do it live? And still have some decent camera action going on? I don't know. Just kind of carefully. Just keeping an eye on the stuff I'm washing out of my pan to see if I'm seeing any gold. Way easier, I'll tell you, than messing with that the last time. There's a little piece on the edge there. I better get back down in there. Look at that. Barely any cons there. All right, I'm starting to see some gold right in the corner there. So it caught some gold. Whoop, let me see if I can't get my camera. Oh, look at that. There's a piece right there. We'll do this pretty quick. There's, whoop, was that a piece? I don't know, it's pretty light and floaty. Gold does float. There's some more little stuff in the corner. Right hand side there. There's some more stuff poking through. Oh, there we go. Wow. All right. I think that might be a piece of lead right there. I don't know. I'm going to have to... Almost looks like it's a little tiny bit yellow. Okay, so that's not bad. It's a lot of little fine stuff, but hey, I'm taking it. Last week it added up. What's this little guy? I don't think that's mercury. Not being able to break it with my thumbnail either. Well, it's definitely not pyrite, so I'm not sure what that is. I don't have my glasses on. I'm gonna bring that over and put my glasses on and see if that's... It's not shiny enough to be mercury covered gold, so I'm not sure what that is. I'll take it. That did well. Let's go show Rick. A lot of little stuff, but make sure I don't fall in Rick's hole here. I just got it all messed up, but...
Oh, is that mercury on that?
I don't know.
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
Yeah.
It didn't look it because it wasn't shiny enough, but...
It is on the top side of it.
Oh, lovely.
Keep that baby separate, but yeah, you got a bunch in there too, huh?
Too bad it's on the biggest piece.
Of course.
All right, Rick called it mercury. I don't have my glasses on. Somehow, oh, jeepers, do I have a separate snuffer? All right, let me take care of that, and I'm gonna, the old dream mat's ready to go again. Pretty sure I have a separate snuffer, and I always have extra. That looks like an empty one. All right, we'll get this out of here, and we're going back to sluicing. I saw somewhere it says if you ain't sluicing, you ain't producing. There, mercury in the thing. Have to make sure to keep that separate. Moving on. You come over and look over Rick's shoulder here. Yeah, look at that.
Starting. It's just starting.
He's just barely getting into it.
I think there'll be a lot more.
I think he's on the gold.
That'll make you get in 3 pieces in the head.
Sweet. Rick sort of snuffers it up as he comes to it, so we'll let him have at it. This will be my second bucket through this next run. I don't know if I'm going to stick to 3 or maybe do 4. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. When I do, I'll let you know. There's where I'm digging. And that's what I'm getting. So I'd say I'm still on the gold. And I'd say that dream mat's working Splendidly. Really happy with it so far. Looks like my pitch is a little bit heavier than it was with the other stuff, but hey, I'm pretty happy with that. If I can do that the rest of the day, we'll have another pile of gold to weigh up.
Have another gram.
Yeah.
Easily.
Pretty cool. And far less cons. It's taken me a little more time to clean out, but on the other hand, I didn't pull the mat this time. I just stood it up in my bucket and then washed it out with pans of water, and it seemed to be okay. So I think I'm going to try doing that again. That seemed to work.
Yeah, a lot easier, a lot faster.
A lot faster. So there we go. That was 5 buckets or 4. I think 5. So I've done 8 buckets already. This was 5. I'll probably do another 5, but I got to get a whole bite to eat first. Let's dump this off, put some food in my pie hole, and then we'll do another 5 buckets. And I don't even, what time is it, do you know?
I don't know.
It don't matter. We'll see how my back feels after that.
Somebody's digging in there too, huh?
Well, I don't know how many buckets I've run, but there is gold all through here. Look at that. I mean, those cells are full. And I saw a couple of bigger pieces down here. Well, I know they're still there because this thing doesn't let gold go. Once it grabs it, it's there. So I'm not sure where they are, but they're there. Hopefully they've migrated themselves into one of those cells. But yeah, look at that. I mean, that's all. Those are full. That's crazy. So one more bucket, then we'll clean this baby out. Get out of here. All right. Look at the gold in the bottom of that already. It's all over. This is going to be a good clean out. I forget how many buckets this was, but that's all the concentrates out of that dream mat. That was quite a few buckets. I ended up doing an extra one just because I saw it seemed like extra gold popped up from the last bucket next to the last one. So I'm like, you know, I'm going to do one more. I switched directions a little bit and move forward in the hole. I think that was a good move. Oh yeah, look at the, oh, I see a piece wanting to slide up through. That is really manageable concentrates. This is going to be a good pan, Rick.
Should be. There's a lot of gold in it.
Oh yeah, look at it. It's already coming down through there. Look at it. It's already made its way down through and... Oh.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think you're taking a hike tomorrow.
No, I think I'm going to come back here.
I don't see why you wouldn't.
Jeez Louise. And we got a flat picker piece. Man, that's just... That's phenomenal. I mean...
That's really good. I think I even got enough to weigh.
I'm not even going to try to thin that down. I'm just going to dump this off, and you saw it.
Yep.
I don't know how many buckets that was. I lost count, but look at it all. Phew. Let me pick out that bigger rock right there. Well, all right. That's it for today. Running Running the sluice doesn't make for a really great video because really not much to show pan by pan because there's only like 3 pans all day. I'll try to remember to weigh this up separate like I didn't do the last time.
I'll send you a picture of this later. I don't want to dump it out right now.
Rick's gonna send us a picture later. Yeah.
That's pretty clean too.
Yeah, he'll have a weighable amount, so that's awesome. Good day, real good day. Just a good gravelly flood goldy spot, and it helps when you're running 10 or 12 or 15 buckets through the sluice.
Yeah.
That's the name of the game, run material. All right, I'll show you this weigh up right now.